say that the solution is acidic or the solution is basic. In the next section or after completing this, we will find the color change and find whether the solution is acidic or basic. So simply, what do you mean by an acid-base indicator? This acid-base indicator is a substance which indicates acid-base indicator. This substance indicates the presence of an acid or base in a solution. So in a solution, the presence of an acid or base can be found out by using an acid-base indicator. Okay. Then litmus solution. What do you mean by litmus solution? It is simply a natural indicator, not an artificial indicator. It is simply a naturally occurring indicator. It is a purple dye extracted from lichen. From lichen, it is extracted and it's a purple dye. Other examples for litmus solutions are red cabbage, colored petals of petunia and turmeric. So red cabbage can be used as a litmus solution. It gives the color, red color. Then colored petals of petunia can be used as litmus solution. Turmeric can be extracted as litmus solution. So these are all naturally occurring substance which gives color. So this color can be used as an indicator. This color can be used as an indicator. So litmus solution is a natural indicator. Simply natural. Not an artificial one. It is simply a natural indicator. Then what is olfactory indicator? Olfactory indicator means it shows odor changes in acidic or basic medium. In acidic or basic medium, it shows change in odor. It shows change in odor. That's why it is known as olfactory indicators. For example, onion and clove. Onion and clove shows change in acidic or basic medium. So such type of indicators are known as olfactory indicators. So basically, what do you mean by an acid-base indicator? It is a substance which indicates the presence of acid or base in a solution. Then what is a litmus solution? It is a natural indicator. Example, red cabbage, petals of petunia, turmeric, etc. are examples. Then olfactory indicators, it simply shows odor change in acidic or basic media. Example, onion and clove. Clear? Now we can go through the color changes with acid and base when we are using acid-base indicators. Here different types of indicators are written. Then how the color changes with acid or base. So the first one we are considering is blue litmus solution. This is the indicator. Blue litmus solution is the indicator. When we are using blue litmus solution, with acid, its color changes to red. When blue litmus solution is used, if the presence of acid is noted, then it changes to red. It changes to red. But when a basic substance is there, there is no color change. There is no color change. So the first one we can say that when we are using blue litmus solution, if acid is there, then this color changes to red. But with the presence of base, no color change occurs. Second one is a red litmus solution. Second one is a red litmus solution. When we are using a red litmus solution as the acid-base indicator, then in the presence of acid, there is no color change. So it remains itself as red. But if a basic substance is present, then this changes to blue. So for red litmus solution, in acid there is no color change, it remains as red. But in case of presence of base, then the color changes to blue. Now we are using a natural indicator, that's a turmeric. This is a natural indicator, it is turmeric. When we are using turmeric, the presence of acids makes no color change, but the presence of base makes turmeric to red, So when we are using the indicator turmeric, there is no color change with acid, but it turns to red, the presence of base. Next indicator is methyl orange. When we are using methyl orange as an indicator, when we add some acid to it, then the color changes to red. So methyl orange, when we are using this indicator, then with acid the color changes to red. Then in the presence of base, the color changes to yellow. The next indicator is phenolphthalein, which is a colorless indicator, like water. There is no color for phenolphthalein. When acid substance is added, or in the presence of acid, there is no color change. It remains as itself, no color. But when base is added to phenolphthalein, it changes to pink. So in the presence of a basic substance, phenolphthalein changes to pink color. But in presence of acid, there is no color change. That means it remains itself as a colorless substance like water. These are the color changes when we are using an indicator. So I now discussed 5 types of indicators and its color change with acid or base. This may be a sure question in the exam, that the color changes with acid or base when we are using an acid base indicator. Okay. Moving to the difference between a dilute acid and a concentrated acid. A dilute acid simply means it contains a small amount of acid and a large amount of water. So a dilute acid contains a small amount of acid and a large amount of water. Small amount of acid means it is having lower concentration of hydronium ions. That means H plus ion concentration is less. In dilute acid. So in dilute acid, small amount of acid plus large amount of water gives dilute acid. Small amount of acid plus large amount of water gives dilute acid. So basically in dilute acid, concentration of H plus ions, hydronium ions is very less. In case of a concentrated acid, it contains large amount of acid and a small amount of water. So a concentrated acid contains large amount of acid and a small amount of water. Large amount of acid means it is having higher concentration of hydronium ions. So H plus ion concentration is higher. So simply we can say that large amount of acid plus small amount of water gives concentrated acid. Large amount of acid plus small amount of water gives concentrated acid. So basically in concentrated acid, the concentration of hydronium ions is high. That's the difference between a dilute acid and a concentrated acid. Now we are going to the main topic, an important one in this chapter, that is chemical properties of acids and bases. In this topic, we are going to discuss about the reaction of acids and bases with several other reactants. So first one, we are discussing the reaction with the metal. So what is the product when acid react with the metal? What is the product when base react with the metals? Its examples and the tests, etc. are discussed here. So first is reaction with the metal. An acid react with metal gives salt and hydrogen. Always an acid reacts with metal gives salt and hydrogen. So we can simply write acid plus metal gives salt plus hydrogen. So we can simply write acid plus metal gives salt plus hydrogen. For example, HCl reacts with zinc, gives zinc chloride and hydrogen. Nitric acid reacts with zinc, gives ZnNO3 twice plus hydrogen. So the reaction is here 2HCl plus Zn gives ZnCl2 plus H2. Look here, HCl is an acid,